Let's react to the Week 2 college football games from the 7 p.m. window. And Kansas State might just be a repeat of last year's Florida State. Maybe not quite on the level of that mediocrity, but they are nearly 0-3. They could have lost to North Dakota last week. They've had 3 one-possession games through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they lost to Army, a team that lost to an FCS team last week. Avery Johnson continues to disappoint. He went 15 for 25, only 172 passing yards. He is not the leader that that team needs. And once again, Kansas State has issues on defense, giving up 332 yards. A tough loss for Kansas State, and they got a long season ahead of them. Okay, we give a shout out to Vanderbilt on the 44-20 win over Virginia Tech, an excellent second half for them, and Diego Pavia is looking very nice. The ground game is doing good, and they have a shot at beating South Carolina on the road next season. They just have to match their physicality and might be tough to do. But they definitely played a better game against Virginia Tech than South Carolina did. I don't like that Vanderbilt defense as much as South Carolina's, but they did outgain Virginia Tech by over 200 yards. I wouldn't have talked about this game, but Nebraska put up a 60-burger on Akron. That's surprising. 68 points. Raiola goes for 364 passing, 24 for 31. That's really good. If you told me 2 seasons ago that Nebraska would go for over 700 total yards 2 years later, I would never believe you. And we have another big upset from week 2. Mississippi State pulls it off 24-20. It looked like Arizona State was making a clutch comeback to win this game. They took the lead 20-17 with a few minutes left. But Blake Shapen had a long touchdown pass to Brennan Thompson, who went for 133 receiving yards in this game. Mississippi State has a lot of sneaky talent on offense, and the defense might be better this season. Watch out, maybe they could compete for a bowl game. And to all the people saying that Arizona State is nothing without Cam Scatterbo, the run game wasn't the problem. Because in fact, Sam Levitt only went for 82 passing yards. They ran the ball for over 200 yards. This Oklahoma team might be one of the most underrated teams in the nation. The SEC is wide open, but Oklahoma looks legit. They got the defense and they got a playmaker at quarterback. Everybody wants to talk about Garrett Nussmeier and Kay Klubnik, but I think people are sleeping on that skill set of John Mateer. He's a true dual threat quarterback option for that Oklahoma team, and dual threat quarterbacks make a difference. And I think they got a true number one wide receiver in Deion Burks, and the run game continues to get better. Watch out for Oklahoma. They really dominated this game. That stat line for Bryce Underwood looks horrible, but it wasn't that bad. He had some nice throws. It was just a very tough defense. Oklahoma didn't even play their A game. They had some sloppy plays, but they went 408 yards and won the game 24-13. And finally, Michigan State beats Boston College, getting revenge in a double overtime game 42-40. Aiden Childs continues to get better, and he definitely clutched out a win in this game. But can we give props to Dylan Longer and that quarterback, 390 passing yards?